live. Okay, welcome to tonight's live cooking therapy session. The topic for tonight is 5 ways to increase your trust in the Lord and His timing. And why am I, what a weird title. Why would you do that title? Well, what you're gonna learn, and what I've said a lot, is I teach things, I do sessions of things I need help with. So the title of every session is something that I want to learn more from. And the best way to learn is to teach. So here we go. Yeah, this candle may fall off at some point. So in the back right there, my little Ellie Sunshine, she did an Ellie Sunshine video. 5 ways to help your parents. So we're gonna do 5 ways to trust the Lord and His timing. That would be for your situation. There's something personal there. I've been studying this design book, and a lot of it they're like, yes, say you. Make it personalized with your words. So yeah. 5 ways to help your trust in the Lord and His timing for your situation. Okay, let's grab each of these. Okay, I'm gonna name the 5 things, just while I have your attention. And then we're gonna go into our day star rising, and then we'll mix a drink, and then we'll be done. Okay, the first thing is, you know what? This is weird. I don't know why. Okay, don't fall candle. So I have this little old TYP box for my tithing and fast offerings and missionary fund. And it was I just felt the Spirit be like, yo, pay your tithing. So Jason, tithing, pay it. And hey, you may not be a member of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. That's okay. There's still ways that you can pay a tithe, and the Lord will bless you. I've seen it over and over, and it's whoa. I feel like this thing is a way to see that God is still aware of you, and when you know He's aware of you, then it's you can take a breath, rest, like He says over and over. Be not afraid. Just, rest. Okay, pay tithing. Affirmations, we're gonna do this one in orange. I said say it. Say it. So affirmations are key. Shout out to my old friend Steve Underwood. He was big about this. Just saying, hey, I'm healthy, wealthy, grateful, and whatever it is you say, but it's I wrote down, I trust you, Lord. I trust in your timing. I know you're aware of me. I trust in you, Lord. I trust in your timing. And when you start to say it enough, your brain's going to start to see ways to believe it. But if you're oh, I don't know what's going to happen, that's what your brain's going to believe, and that's what it's going to see. So say it. Affirmations. Okay. Write it. This is the next one, and that's going to be in yellow. Write it. So I wrote down, go back and just write down how, and you may not believe it at first, oh, I'm way worse off than I was, but it's okay, you may think that, but I bet if for an assignment, which I need to do my therapist assignment, she gave me before tomorrow, write down, how am I in a better place today than I was yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. Go back to 5, go back to 10. And I bet you start doing that, you're gonna start to see whoa, may feel hard now, but I'm in a much better place. We think the world is in a complete terrible place right now, but if you really look back, I think we'd take this over being in the middle of World War II. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Okay, write it. Yeah, go back to 10 years. Okay, the next one Hear it. Hear it and feel it. So like, hear and feel it. Oh, this is good. There's a song by Jordan St. Clair or something called Weary Traveler, and it's super good. And then also How Firm a Foundation. Weary Traveler. Oh no. Weary Traveler, YouTube, Jordan. There it is, Weary Travel, Jordan St. CYR. I like this song. It makes me feel seen. Music can help us feel understood. Okay, the next one is Forget Yourself. And go love someone. Love or serve, same thing. Yeah. This quote is all over Cal Gordon Hinckley. We say it at the end of every show. Like, he was on a mission. He was kind of, oh, it's hard. I'm like, yeah. And then his dad wrote back, forget yourself and go to work. And it's like, yo. One thing I wrote down is do this exercise. Go through your Instagram friends or Facebook, whatever, and just start going through and go like, be intentional about it. And go look and see, like, you may not know all their situations, but you may know some. Like, have any of them lost a child? Do any of them not have a job? Do any of them have to wear an ankle monitoring thing for 3 months? And stuff like that, you know? It's not me, but still, it's not easy, you know? Like, oh, I miss my kids a lot, and I think about, you know, I dated a girl back then named Mallory, and her son has cancer right now. Her and Brent, I'm friends with her husband. I was friends with her husband. Like, and I'm like, gosh, I'm so grateful my kids are healthy, you know? And then it like really helps you forget your situation. And you can do that enough, or you can make your way to like Africa and be like, okay, they're so happy, just because it's perspective, right? All right. And then there's the bonus thing. There's a talk called Waiting on the Lord. It's a BYU speech. It's incredible. Incredible. Recommend it. So that's my assignment talk for anyone watching and listening, because the best way to learn is to teach. Watch that talk and prepare a talk as if you're going to give it in church, but then give it to a friend with that talk. And you teach that, you all of a sudden will start to believe, like, oh my gosh. Like on the mission, when we testified about tithing, it was like, you realize you have a testimony on tithing. Sometimes it's not until you say it and teach it, the Spirit confirms it. It's a moment right now, y'all. Okay. All right. I'm so excited to read this book. I don't read it before. It's just kind of a surprise. We're just going through it. We're gonna read this. Maybe we'll finish by the time March 8th comes around. That would be really cool. I don't know, there's a lot of pages though. Okay. I think I'm right here. Page 30. How firm a foundation, Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Tabernacle Choir, Temple Square. There it is. Okay, here we go. I want to share with you a reminder inspired by the short parable told in Matthew 13, 45, 46, and taught by President Boyd K. Packer. A man plowing in his field finds a gem, a pearl, the most beautiful gem he has ever seen in his life. He buys the field, claims the pearl, and is so smitten with it that he wants to put it on display. He rents an arena at his own expense, and so that this little pearl can be featured appropriately, he has a beautiful box made for it. He imports wood from the Philippines and Africa and the forests of Russia. He imports stunning blue velvet lining from Asia. He commissions handmade gold hinges. Everything has to be perfect to display this pearl. He places it in the center of the auditorium. He opens the door and brings fathers, mothers, and children from everywhere to see this beautiful, priceless gem. Then he sits watching the crowd day after day, after day 2 and after day 3. Then he closes the exhibit. The people are devastated because there are still lines and lines of them coming from everywhere to see this display. Why does he close the exhibit? Because everyone coming out to the exhibit was saying the same thing. What a beautiful box. I wonder where he got that wood. And did you notice that blue velvet lining? That was something. And those little tiny hinges? Can you imagine anyone hand making those little tiny hinges and out of gold? No less, but not a single person commented on the pearl. Now, this is a little of what we do in the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, and we have to guard against it. We need boxes for the pearl of the gospel. We are grateful for them. The temple is technically a box, a stunningly beautiful and sacred box, but a box nevertheless. Other boxes like props are budgets and agendas and reports and the ward roller skating party. They are all important, but if those things do not do something to build faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, the true pearl of the gospel, then we may need to ask exactly what the purpose they serve. They have their own merit, but they should all, in their own way, build faith in Christ. Obviously, some activities and meetings lend themselves to a spiritual experience more than others, but they all ought to be gospel-oriented. Or we had better ask ourselves, should we be doing this? Do we need it? We have only so much time. We only have a few resources. We can only ask so much of the people. Let's ask and do and provide and pursue that which builds faith in Lord Jesus Christ. That is our highest priority. That is the pearl in the box. And by this formula, we can have as many boxes as we need. We will always do necessary supportive and ancillary thing, but in the end, those activities and programs need to give the people a spiritual experience and assist in their saving their souls. Jesus. All right, tonight's drinks. We're going to have a water. A lemon. A lime. That's incredible. This is called the Firm Foundation. All right, y'all. I've got a little place where I put the names of the drinks. Someday we'll make her a drink, cookbook. And other than that, I've got 5 good meats. Not Arby's, but we're gonna cook some good stuff this week. Yeah, this was a good session. I needed this. It'll all work out, y'all. I'm gonna do those things that I just wrote. I gotta go pay my tithing. Not a lot to pay, but hey, widow's mite, baby. It'll all work out, y'all. It really, really will.